Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to Higher Quality News, where we talk about the latest and most exciting things that are happening in the cannabis industry, with a focus on branding and marketing and kind of the future of that. So it's been a few days, mostly because nothing exciting has happened, and I haven't really felt like I had anything to say. But I'm back now. I saw an interview with the CEO of Medmen, which is a dispensary, and I think they have their fingers in a lot of pies. But they have some dispensaries in New York, and they've recently expanded to Los Angeles and Southern California, where they have probably, looks like between 5 and 10 major dispensaries. Hope you're having a beverage with me today. Always helps with the cognition. So, one of the interesting things that I learned in that interview was that a promotional piece that they're doing, it's maybe promotional is the wrong word. It's a marketing campaign that's called forgetstoner. You can go to forgetstoner.com to see the spread. It has a bunch of profiles of just normal, everyday people who use cannabis products to help them out. Some of it's just CBDs, some of it's just normal cannabis product. It's pretty slick, and you can go visit the Medmen site. It's there at I think the top right of the page. You can check out Medmen. Anyways, it was a very interesting interview. And the thing that really caught my attention was this forgetstoner promotion or campaign, you might call it. Some of you, if you've watched some of the previous episodes of Higher Quality News, which I encourage you to go back and peruse at your leisure, you'll notice that I have been saying things very like this, which we all need to grow up. We all need to treat this industry like a real industry and kind of leave behind these past stereotypes that have been associated with cannabis. And that's what this campaign is aiming to do. Forget Stoner. And it's pretty classy, and I think it's a good start in the right direction. And I think you're going to see a lot more of this. So, today is June 20th, 2018, I think. I have a hard time remembering the dates. Let's just say it's June 20th, 2018. I am predicting, as I predicted, I didn't predict before, I urged people to do this. But now that I see this, I'm guessing that everybody's head is kind of in the same place, and that you're going to see a lot more of this kind of marketing as I get more in touch with the people who own dispensaries and kind of move into this space as a branding and marketing person. That it'll be interesting to see what their core customers are thinking, because if the stoner base, air quotes here, stoners are the main customers for a dispensary, for any product really, any cannabis product, then it may be a mistake to move away from that kind of marketing. But I don't think it is. I think what the legal cannabis industry is going to do is open up all the people who would have smoked pot but haven't because it's illegal, and because it's illegal, it's inconvenient. So we're going to start seeing, just like you'll see on the Forget Stoner page, you're going to see a bunch of normal people just doing it quietly and not being loud about it. Yeah, I smoke. Whatever. And I think that's where most of the customers are going to start coming from, if they're not already. So you're going to see more of this kind of marketing because people want to, the people who are running businesses in this space want to get in touch with that and make people feel comfortable and make people feel like, yeah, it's totally fine that you smoke. Let us help you out. What I thought was interesting, and I'd love to get your guys' opinion about this, is that there's the whole campaign, the whole promotion, or whatever you call it, is called Forget Stoner. There's a hashtag involved. So I think they're going to promote it, obviously, on social media. That's the only way to do it. Now, I had a thought, and this is what I want your opinion on, is that by including the word stoner in the promotion and naming it that, you're making it impossible to actually forget stoner, if that makes sense. So I don't know psychologically what that's going to do to people, and maybe it'll work, but I suspect that a better approach would be to come up with a solution, come up with a tagline, a motto, a logo, and all these things tie together. But to come up with something that moved the conversation forward, like we've been talking about, towards responsible use, towards legal use, and move away from that stoner stereotype, towards something that's adult and responsible and normal. But it needs a new word. You don't want to just say, forget stoner, because then you start thinking about stoners. Because that word sticks in your brain, especially when you see it a lot. Now, if there was a better word for what's going to happen now, and another word for what cannabis customers should be called, and we move the conversation that way, I think that would be a real boon to the industry. So I love what this campaign is doing, but I don't think that Forget Stoner, the actual words Forget Stoner, are going to necessarily generate the psychological impact that you're hoping for. They may. So we'll see. That's what I want your feedback about. Do you guys have any ideas about, do you like this hashtag, Forget Stoner? Or is there something else that you can think of that we could call normal people who use cannabis and don't need to, get all bent about it? And having Bob Marley posters in your bedroom is totally fine. And if you have I love Bob Marley. But you don't necessarily need to be advertising the fact that you're a stoner if that's kind of what we're trying to move away from. So, comments, emails, higher.qualitynews, higher.quality.news@gmail.com. If you want to give me some ideas about what you think is a better way, or a better hashtag, or a better way to move the conversation off of what was and onto what will be, without using the words that are going to stick our brains back where they were. Because we have to move the public perception, and by using that word, I think we're going to stick it there. So, anyways, I think that's the new direction for cannabis marketing. But it's still evolving, and I'd love to get your feedback. So, let me know what you think. Chin chin. Have a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you soon.